scale is so insignificant, it's not even worth talking about.
OK, come closer to the phone, Chris. I want to hear you a bit better. But let me ask you this. You're saying net zero is effectively a ruinous policy. We need to rethink it. What do you make of Rachel Reeves saying during this Davos trip to business leaders that she might be thinking about encouraging airport expansion, including a third runway at Heathrow? I mean, this is a turn-up for the books. Last time, Ed Miliband threatened to resign from Gordon Brown's government over this.
Well, one could only hope that that's the outcome for this as well, that he does resign, because that man he is the most dangerous man in British politics without any doubt.
Okay.
I think what they'll realise pretty soon is that they're going to have to make some concessions on this net zero, because otherwise there will be no growth.
Well, I think it's a really important point that you raised, Chris, particularly about AI. AI is driven by data centres. Data centres need massive power consumption, and they consume power. They need power to meet their needs, and that has to come from a range of sources. Chris, thank you for your call. Jonathan in Harrow, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ali. Hi.
Yeah. What would you like to say?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Jonathan. Go ahead.
Did the last caller just refer to Ed Miliband as being the most dangerous man in British politics?
He did.
Little Ed Miliband, the most dangerous man. But I think that last caller didn't know what he was talking about.
Go on. Why not?
Because net zero isn't the problem, is it? Because I don't want to anger you, but the right-wingers in this country, they are already upset because the rich are being targeted a little bit. I think we need a beautiful economic titan like Gordon Brown, you know? Mm-hmm. Tony Blair and Gordon Brown are very intelligent. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump, he's a con man, but he's also got a bit of oomph. The problem with Rachel Reeves is that, I mean, is she qualified for the job, or is it like a politically correct feminist hire? Not to be offensive.
Well, I mean, she's as qualified as Kwasi Kwarteng was.
Yeah, but
sorry, that's not exactly. Sorry, that's not a high bar. Given the fact that he was the second shortest chancellor in history, apart from the one who died in office, probably not the best example. But no, she is qualified. I mean, she worked at the Bank of England. She worked in the business sector. I mean, she's as qualified as anyone else. And the Treasury have got apparently the cleverest people in Whitehall working in it.
I mean, I thought Kwasi Kwarteng. Nick Abbott calls him Crazy Kwarteng. I thought he was an idiot. Personally,
well, I think he was a bit too clever for his own good. But one of the things that Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng were talking about was unleashing growth, paring back making planning reforms, all of these things that they were talking about, reining in the size of the state, regulation, deregulation, all of these things. I never thought I'd hear it, is what a Labour government's talking about, Jonathan.
This country, when Liz Truss, who was the worst prime minister in the past half a millennium, this country felt like it was about to collapse. I remember talking to my Romanian car washer. Yeah. Do you remember this country was teetering? But I really don't want to, because I like you. I think you're overall a good boy. And I used to... No, listen. But you are angering me today because you're a conservative-leaning economist. And what we need, and you money people, you don't agree that we need things like, we need someone like Jeremy Corbyn. We need someone like Bernie Sanders.
Jonathan, you need to do me one favour, which is please keep listening, because in the third hour we're going to be talking about inequalities of wealth in this country, and I think there's going to be a lot that you could contribute in that debate too. But on this particular one, all I'll say is, Jonathan, if you want to create wealth in the country and you want to create jobs and prosperity, you're seeing business confidence plummet. It's gone through the floor now. It might come back on the back of what Reeves is doing, but it's not in a good place now. Jonathan, thank you. Go on, very briefly. Go on. Go on, briefly, go on. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Maybe he'll come back again. Martin in Barnsley, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Alec. First thing Rachel Reeves ought to do